Hi there, Visionary family, and welcome back to another one with Lady Visionary. Hope you guys are doing amazing. If you're new to my channel, make sure you smash on that red subscribe button and become part of this growing family here on YouTube. A few days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, we celebrated 5,000, 5K subscribers. So, I was really, really excited about that. I think we're at 5,230. So, yeah, well, not way over, but yeah, we're over 5,000 plus now. So just want to say thank you so much, each and every one of you. We've had a lot of you guys have been sticking around with us, and a lot of you guys are just new coming in. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for following the journey. So many new subscribers in the last couple of days. So I just want to say thank you so much. I'm here with a special guest. Her name is Eileen. You guys have seen her before. You guys have seen her before on the channel. If you don't recognize her, then you need to go and check out that video. That's where we basically were encouraging you guys to support Eileen in education, because she wants to go to university to study travel and tourism management. And yeah, my husband and I are supporting her, and we're asking you guys out there to also support as well. She really wants to go to university. I hope the pandemic, this whole situation with the pandemic doesn't hinder you, because you wanted to start in September. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, so I just want to say welcome to those of you guys who are listening now, and for those of you guys who will be listening to the replay. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Now, today you guys can see the title is Rwanda was a failed state, and I think there's so many of you guys out there. Let's just make sure, guys, can you make sure that we don't have any spamming in my chats? I see some spamming all over my channel. I will just kind of delete those and or block you if you keep spamming my channel. Thank you so much for the cooperation. So as I was saying, the title of this live is Rwanda was a failed state. And I think there's so many things maybe that the diaspora, especially I guess those who are not like Rwandan, those of you from America and Europe, you guys, there may be so many things that you don't know about Rwanda. So I'm here to share those things with you guys. Please try to be interactive in the comments. If you've got any questions, please just send them out in the comment section. And we'll try our best, but we'll probably wait until the end to answer your questions, because we have a lot of information that we want to get out to you guys. And yeah, so I think this particular topic came about because obviously I'm here for those of you guys who don't know my background. I was born in Jamaica. I left Jamaica when I was very young, and I moved to the UK. I've spent over 20 years in the UK, and then decided that, what, I would love to relocate to Rwanda. I'm married to a Rwandese, my husband is Rwandese, and I have children as well. I have young children. And yeah, I am on that movement. I'm one of those YouTubers who is like creating content about the beauty of Africa and trying to put Africa in, well, not even trying, but just exposing the positive side of Africa. So whether would be in Rwanda or even in Ghana, I'm promoting the positive sides of Africa, because for so long, Africa has been portrayed in a very negative way. So, you've got those big media channels that, show Africa to be a place of poverty, a place of disease, a place where there's no life, okay? And you've got so many YouTubers who are showing a different story. And so many of you guys out there watching did not know that Africa was the way it is because of what you have seen on television. And, that's why it's so important, I believe, to take on that experience. I always say, come outside your comfort zone, step outside that box and go out there and learn something, because there's so much that we need to learn about the world that we live in. And if we just depend on information from others, then, we will not get the full picture. I'm showcasing Rwanda, um, for me, I believe that Rwanda is a great example to so many African countries, as well as the West, as well as the Americas, And so I'm showcasing. I'm not saying that Rwanda is perfect. Tell me which country in this world is actually perfect, right? But then you get some people who are saying like, oh, Rwanda, I'm showing like buildings. Rwanda is not about buildings. Development is more than just the buildings. And yes, you are right. But it's not to say that people's lives are not being impacted in a positive way in Rwanda. And when you think about how far Rwanda has come, from 1994, around that time, Rwanda was actually written off as a failed state. You know, Structurally, it was in ruins. Economically, socially, politically, it was to the ground. It was an absolute shambles, right? It was an absolute shambles. So many Rwandans lost hope in Rwanda, and thinking about their futures, they just couldn't see the possibilities. Yeah. And here, I'm not saying like again, I'm not saying that the president is perfect, but again, tell me, am I perfect? Are you out there perfect? Are you perfect? Nobody is perfect. Do you know what I mean? But President Paul Kagame, for me, I believe, has shown a true example of leadership, and been able, I think, to take a country from a place of
from zero.
From zero. Okay. Right. I'm not Rwandese, but here I am sat with a Rwandese young
It's
woman.
like from nothing.
Yeah. From nothing to something, And I think that's a great example of leadership. And there's still so much more that needs to be done here in Rwanda, isn't there?
Yeah.
But to be able to take it from a state which it was a failed state. Rwanda was declared a failed state. Like, infrastructure was a problem. Infrastructure was a problem.
Yeah,
it really was a problem. What about education? If there's no education, if there's no infrastructure, no education, healthcare was in ruins,
that's why we said it's from zero.
Yeah.
Because, no infrastructure, no education, where?
Yes.
Nowhere.
Exactly.
It's from nowhere to
somewhere. Exactly. And, I guess Paul Kagame, he has a team of people who actually work with him. He also works with the people of Rwanda. Yeah. At a local level, a district level, people communicate their needs, and things are done to best try to meet the needs of the people. Yeah. Guys, do put out your questions in the comment section. I'll try my best to address those questions. But people saying Rwanda is more than just, you see the infrastructure. It's more than that. And for me, even that was one of my concerns. I was like, I see all these buildings. Rwanda looks pretty. They have roads. They have this. Everything looks pretty. But and I love that. But more so for me, even being in Rwanda, I wanted to know more about how the leadership was impacting the people. How is the leadership impacting the people and the livelihoods of people on the ground? And I think I became more aware of what exactly the impact of the president and the positive things he's doing by being here on the ground. You know what I mean? By experiencing life here in Rwanda. And, I just want to say, whoever made that comment, yes, development is more than just buildings. And I'm going to tell you what is actually happening, things that you may not know about Rwanda. Okay. And I will be looking down, because I made sure that I wrote points down so that I would not forget. Right. And I did, funny enough, for those of you guys who don't know, I did a master's in global health and international development. So dealing with so-called third world countries and things like that, I'm very, very knowledgeable with regards to that, right? And I did my study I did my study. Sorry, there's just some people in the background. I did my studies around this, and you know, considering, I actually compared Nigeria's resources against Rwanda's resources in terms of like maternal health. And did you know that since like, is it like, obviously with what happened in 1994, health structures were down to the ground. Maternal health and child health was significantly poor. And Rwanda has been able to improve maternal health. That's women who are giving birth and dying. They've been able to improve the maternal death by over 77%. They've been able to improve on the death rates of children under 5 by over 70%. And considering Rwanda is a small country of just like over 12 million, and what they've been able to do is just so inspirational, because you have other countries that have way more resources than Rwanda and haven't been able to achieve what Rwanda has achieved, right? Rwanda has been able to do that, right? By skilling up their workforce, by providing infrastructure, making healthcare accessible to Rwandan citizens. Don't know if you have anything to say about that particular point, but
let's keep
yeah. And then coming on to that, I was talking about Rwanda has a national health insurance coverage, which I think is, is it 90? Let me check. It's over 92% of the Rwandan population are signed up to a national health insurance, so they can have access to healthcare if they need that. Obviously, there's still ongoing promotion to try and get those remaining 8% to sign up to the national health service, but it's there. So if they're sick, they can go and access healthcare, the nearest healthcare. Yeah.
People who are, it's called next stage.
Yeah.
On the next stage, there are 3 stages. So, and the people from the first stage, they're not paying. It's the government who
pays
for them. You can go to they're allowed to go to the hospital without, because government is already paid before, and get access to the treatment
that they need.
You are allowed to go to any hospital in Rwanda without paying, because government paid for you already.
Yes. And you even have like countries here that even in the West, in the Caribbean, you have countries where you cannot just turn up to receive medical care. They're going to ask you on the door, where's your money? With Rwanda, you can turn up and access healthcare, right?
Yeah.
And even when you are paying, it's like around $3 or $4 for a Rwandan citizen per year to be able to access healthcare. So this is just a few things. These will just be a few things that you guys may not know about Rwanda. That I'm trying to let you guys know about Rwanda in terms of the impact. It's not just infrastructure, but the impact that is having the government and this leadership is actually having on the Rwandan people. Okay.
It's like, even those who are paying, it's like they're not paying.
It's like 3,000, 4,000 Rwandan francs a year, roughly around there. A year. Yeah.
It's like, it's just showing for the like government that you are supporting.
Yeah.
But
and even that money that is paid into that national health insurance goes back to helping to develop the population and improve the livelihoods of people.
You pay 3,000.
Yes.
It's like you paid for even those people who are not paying.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, you're paying even to support the healthcare system of those people who even cannot afford to pay. Do you understand? So that's something that the government is encouraging us to work together and support each other. Even at a community level, you can see that, right? But I think a lot of people will not maybe know about this because maybe they can't find it on the internet. But until you come and you're here on the ground, that even for me, I'm learning so much about Rwanda just by being here on the ground and seeing how the leadership and everything that they're doing, all the policies that they have in place, how that's actually having an impact on the Rwandan people. And everything happens in increments, it's a step-by-step process. There's still so much more to be done. And that's why Rwanda has particular vision boards. They have like like the Kigali 2020 vision. They have the poultry master plan vision. So there's projections of what they want to achieve over the coming years. And that's what I love about Rwanda. I've been coming here since 2014, and I can definitely see that every time I come, I'm like, wow, like things are changing. Rwanda is making some really nice strides, and I'm like, wow, like I really want to be a part of the progress of Rwanda. Right? We talked about the healthcare coverage, and that's something amazing that Rwanda is doing, and even so many African countries need to follow that example. I know that I don't want to name countries, but I know other countries who, started a national health coverage, but it's failing, but in Rwanda here, we can see that it's working. People can actually access healthcare and life-saving treatment through the national health system. And I've bared witness to people who have, whose lives have been saved as a result of being able to access healthcare even when they're identified as the poorest of the population.
Even though you are from abroad,
yes,
when you come to visit Rwanda, there is no limit to
yes,
have the access
yes,
to the treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
Some countries, when you go to visit and you get a seat,
yes,
it's not easy for you
to access. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a really amazing point that she's making, that even as a foreigner, when you go to some countries, it can be difficult for you to access healthcare, but in Rwanda it's not like that. It's available. Yeah, you're allowed, and I can bear witness to that because when my son was ill, I took him to a private clinic in Rwanda. I took him also to King Faisal in Kigali, and he was seen, and the process was very speedy. Do you understand? And they were able to diagnose my son and get him treated quickly, and he was able to make speedy recovery. Because I was like also a bit worried about him, but he started. The doctor was it was a pediatric doctor actually here in Musanze that saw him, diagnosed him very quickly, put him onto some medication, and he started making recovery. So yeah, that was a very beautiful point that you made. And let's talk about corruption in Rwanda. Like corruption in Rwanda, like we're not saying it doesn't happen. Corruption is everywhere, but the level of corruption in Rwanda is significantly low. You cannot bribe like some African countries, you just suspect, like you do something wrong and you just take out like $10, $20, and you're like, oh, officer, please. And he'll be like, okay, Charlie, go, 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 go. Like you don't, like in Rwanda, like I say on my channel, you try to bribe a police officer, they'll put you in handcuffs. You'll be in handcuffs, like according to the corruption perception index 2020, Rwanda is at like the top segment of the least corrupted country. Actually, it's in the top 4. I think it comes as number 4 as the least corrupt country in Africa.
Because as the Rwandans, we very
yes,
corrupting a country.
Yes,
it's like you are corrupting yourself.
Yes,
because when you're doing corruption, it's like those like you are making a country to drain it in a development process.
Yes, exactly.
If you want your country to keep progressing, you cannot do that.
Yeah, corruption. The level of corruption has to be low, and that's why we're seeing also Rwanda develop at the way it is developing.
Yes. As you have that access to give the service, you can do it as perfect as you are. No need of waiting for someone to give you money to do it. Exactly. To the high level, because it's your job. You have to do it well. No need of waiting some people to give you something to do it.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. That's a great point. So yeah, And I can bear witness to that. I've been to other countries where like the corruption is high. And to be honest, it makes it very uncomfortable because you find yourself getting in corruption, not because you want to get involved in corruption, but because you're always coerced into being involved in corruption, right? And in Rwanda, I don't, and in that experience, I have felt very, very uncomfortable. But here in Rwanda, because I've been coming since 2014 and been experiencing Rwanda and how it is here, I feel a lot more comfortable because here I'm not coerced into corruption by police or by anybody, right? So I feel very much more comfortable.
Yeah, even when you allowed your body to get like yourself to have that corruption, and then government catch you,
you're in trouble.
A very big trouble, cause when they catch you, you lose your job.
Yes.
Be in a prison many years.
Yes, yeah. Rwanda takes corruption seriously, and there are people who have been, had been sentenced for corruption, and they spend a lot of time in prison. So it also sends out a message to Rwandans and anybody else to make sure that they stay away from those type of things. So corruption is not tolerated here in Rwanda, and I see it and I feel it. It's not allowed. Listen,
like you can do the corruption of, like, let's say, like 10 million. Let's say, I mean 10.
Not even 10. There was someone I know that even he was involved in a corruption that was like $5, like 5,000 Rwanda crowns. I think he spent like 5 years in prison.
Wow.
So that's how Rwanda doesn't tolerate that. That's why it's ranked number 4, the least corrupted country in Africa. Like they don't play. You know that. Being a Rwandan, she's a Rwandan. She's born in Rwanda, raised in Rwanda. You know it for yourself. And I've only been coming since 2014, and I know that. Wow, I see it. Like Rwanda doesn't tolerate corruption. It doesn't.
Say, like, you clapped only $5,000. USA dollars. Then they put in a prison. You have to pay more than that.
Yeah, exactly. You pay more than what you stole. So Rwanda, they don't play. They don't play. Like, also want to talk about, like, because people like some people were saying, oh, you can go and visit like poor families who need food and stuff. Yes, obviously there's an ongoing challenge, not only here in Rwanda, but also across Africa with regards to food security. But if the people out there do their own research, they can see that Rwanda has actually improved in terms of food security over the years. And there's ongoing programs to further elevate people out of that struggle in terms of food poverty or food insecurity. I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
To this, there is even some programs that Rwanda brought to Rwandans. The government of Rwanda brought to Rwandans. It says that it's Umurenge program, it's sector program.
Okay. Umurenge program.
Yeah, that's it. They just give those old people some amount of money at the end of the month, but it's a small job. Those people who cleaning the roads, they are already paid, and that job that they are doing doesn't match with the money, because the money is bigger than what they
do is bigger.
It's just like it's just giving them money, but because they work. In their heart, they believe that they work. But when you compare to the money that they get at the end of the month,
the salary is low.
Yeah, no, it's high.
Okay,
it's high. It's just the government shows them that they work.
Are you saying that the people who work like cleaning the street, they're paid well by the government?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a good point to know, that when you see those people cleaning the streets, cleaning up Rwanda, they are paid well by the government to do those jobs. Okay, so that's very important. And so there's ongoing programs to improve food security here in Rwanda. We have like what's it, the poultry master plan, which is to improve like egg production, encouraging Rwandans to eat chicken and more eggs, and encouraging like an all-round diet. So there are programs and still ongoing work to improve food security here in Rwanda. They also have like the Gihinga program, where the government identifies poorer populations of society and gives them a cow, a female cow.
Yeah.
Can you tell the viewers more about that? Because because you're here on the ground, I heard about the program, I've seen it happening, but you know it like firsthand.
The government of Rwanda gives the cow to the poor people. Like,
it's a female cow.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a female cow that's given, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, most of people in Rwanda, their job, it's just cultivating.
Yeah, a lot of people, they cultivate.
Yeah. When the government give you a cow, helps that it's inclusive in your product.
Yes, because you're able to use the manure from the cow to be able to cultivate for your crops to grow. As a female cow, the cow produces milk, so you can drink the milk, give the milk to your family, your children, as well as sell the milk and make money. Yeah, because that cow, it's yours. You have to use it as you want, but you know that when they give you a cow, you have to when to get a bath, you have to give to your neighbor. And then but you have to give the cow another, this is important, guys. So the government gives a female cow to like the poorest populations, but when that cow gives birth, they have to then give that cow to the neighbor. Right, that if it's a female cow, that's what they want to pass on, the female cow, because they're encouraging it to breed and things like that. It's like a rotation, because when that neighbor, that cow that they give, it's get a birth, even him or her has to give to the neighbor. And it's even encouraging people to share, and for you to have a good heart. You know what I mean? That's true. So there's something that Rwanda is trying to do here, the whole us working together, giving to your neighbor, helping out each other. You're seeing that on the ground. It improves exactly the connection between people. You're seeing that, because you have to imagine me. I would want to keep my cow if it gives birth, but then they encourage you, as the government's given you this. Okay, when your cow gives birth, you give it to your neighbor, and so on and so forth. I think it's amazing. It's amazing. But a lot of people out there don't know what is happening on the ground, and they may criticize, but they need to understand what exactly is happening here on the ground. That's how people's livelihoods are being impacted in a positive way. There's still a lot of work to be done, but okay, instead of criticizing, also think about how you can make a contribution to the motherland. Definitely, because no man is an island. Like, the president cannot do everything. What about if those out there, if there's an area that you can invest in Rwanda, if there's something that you can do, if you can bless the family, build a house, do something for someone, you're making a contribution. Definitely, because unity, that's what and even through that Gihinga, there is a unity between people that's been promoted here in Rwanda. Most definitely, I see that being here on the ground. Even when you take a time and you visit those little areas, you can find that every home has a cow. Yes, every home has a cow. Yes, many of them. And a cow, a full-grown cow that's given by the government, is worth how much, roughly, in francs? It can be 300 Rwandan francs, or that'd be because it's big. It has to get above the female coming, because when they give you a small cow, it's still a process of how you have to feed it, you have to spend money. But when you have a full-grown cow, but you're not allowed to sell that cow. You're not allowed. But that cow is guys, for those of you guys know, a full-grown cow can be $300. And the government identifies those populations. So much benefits they can have from just having a cow. Even that the main benefit from that cow. When you have that cow, you have a children. Yes. Lack of it reduces lack of balanced diet. Yes, exactly. That's having an impact on the nutrition of your children. Calcium. Yeah. Because when you have that cow, you used it for planting the crops, not green vegetables. Yes. So you have good quality produce. Yes. So you're able to feed your family better quality produce, as well as children having milk, calcium for your bones, helping to address the issues around malnutrition. Okay, so let's move on. We've talked about the cows, and I love that program. Um, but also what Rwanda promotes is like education for all children. Like, tell us more about that.
Well, where Rwanda was and where it is now. It's when you look at it's totally big difference. Because before Rwandan children used to stay at home. When you're born in a poor family, you are not allowed to go to school. But now, because of the good government,
Yes,
it comes from good government. You are allowed. There's education for all. It's program called Education for All.
Oh, there's a program specifically called Education for All.
Yes.
Promoting education even amongst the poorest of the population.
Yes.
That they can access education and have a chance at life.
Yes. When you're born from poor family, you are not limited to go to school because the government will build the school from nursery, primary, secondary school. You have to go there. They paid for you school fees. You go to, just you go to study. Nothing that you are going to pay. Like uniform are for the government. Food for the government, lunch food. Even what? Even because you are sitting in the class. Everything already paid.
Your resources that you need for your education is supported by the government of Rwanda. So that means that, like you see a lot of countries, if you're from a poor family, you cannot access education. Here in Rwanda, they promote education for all and encourage families to send their children to school and support families to be able to send their children to school, which is
there's even the universities of Rwanda. I think you know that.
Yes,
the universities of Rwanda. When you start to that school, then you have your brain. What you know what you want to achieve. You are not limited to yourself to go to university because when you get a good marks, you have to apply for the university. And you go, but when you reach to university, you study. Government give you a loan. For 3 years, depending on the course that you want to do. Then when you finish your university, you get a job. You work and pay back that
loan.
But which is really nice because when you study and you didn't get that opportunity of getting given where that you can find a job a loan.
The government gives you that loan to be able to further your education. So people out there don't know what's going on here in Rwanda. How the governance is actually having a good impact on the people, right? And it's very important for you to know before you try to speak facts, because things are happening. Rwanda is making progress. The people are making progress. There's still work to be done, but progress is being made. It's not just buildings. People's lives here in Rwanda are being impacted, are being changed.
Even the building shows the improvement. Because when there's no improvement, where that building can come from.
Exactly. So Rwanda is making progress, and what I learned about, I knew this was kind of happening, but I read more about the government program to take people from those really poor villages where they have lack of access to maybe water or roads or medical care, and put them all in one place. So there's programs. There's a building programs where the government build homes for the poorest populations, as well as people who are victims of the genocide. They build homes for their families. You have a village I think that's the newest village, but as well as Kigali, and also in Kinigi, where they build homes. Like, I went to see one of these villages that the government actually built in Kinigi, and I was like, wow. That day I was supposed to film for you guys, but it was pouring down with rain, and I'm planning to bring that to the channel. They have like houses, 2 and 3 bedroom houses. They even have like a place where they can cultivate and produce produce vegetables.
Then
um
the chicken inside.
chicken.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Kitchen. Yeah. They have everything.
yeah,
Bedrooms, kitchen. They everything is equipped. I think they even have a smartphone. Every family is given a smartphone.
yeah.
Yeah.
To communicate.
TV. Exactly. So there is things actually happen in on the ground that a lot of people don't know, that are just like hearing things about Rwanda, but they don't know the reality on the ground. Like the government is actually trying to improve the livelihood of people here in Rwanda, and I will be showcasing that on my channel. I will be showcasing how people's lives are being impacted, most definitely. So you guys can definitely stay tuned because there's so much more to come. Like, Rwanda is a true role model for, to me, and also I think to so many other Rwandans as well, and also to, they're a role model for a lot of other African countries who have more resources than Rwanda, but have not been able to achieve the things that Rwanda has been able to achieve right now, right? Yeah.
From good government, we like a bond. How they work together.
Mm,
Each
yeah.
person, when you work on people hear you and give you the advice to the thing, that's where the improvement comes.
Comes. Yes, yeah. So the government is listening to the people, most
Yes,
definitely,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you have, I think you reminded me about this, like you have like local districts, maybe they're going to communicate. Is it local districts? The districts where you can there's someone, even the head of the village,
Yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
communicates the problems of the village, and then that's how information is
Yeah, to the
escalated to high.
center,
Yeah,
to the
exactly,
center.
exactly. So it gets up to,
Yeah.
so people's voices are being heard. It is being communicated. Their challenges and their struggles and so forth is being communicated to the levels up. And that's how they're able to make reforms and changes to better support the people, right? And we talked about education, and even we spoke about how, like, Rwanda is changed in terms of how they view women. Women are, like, some countries, if you're a girl, it's like they don't prioritize you to get education. Rwanda, they promote education for all, so even women are having a better chance at life here in Rwanda.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they educated, they allowed to go to school. Like uh, being a woman before in Rwanda was you must supposed to be home. It's not. It's like not a woman. When you are a girl, you have to be at home,
cleaning, doing this, doing that.
That's
Your
it.
position is in the home, and to
Yeah.
make babies.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah. Like, let's just be real, right? Right. But things are different. Women are girls, and women are being empowered.
Yes, that's why when you go through to the government,
hmm The government.
those people like how government state, those people who are working government department,
Yes.
you can feel that many are women because they are educated.
Yes,
As
yes.
a man, what he can do in a government department, even women can do.
Exactly. I love that. What a man can do, a woman can do. Exactly.
Yeah,
So Eileen is she was born here in Rwanda, right? But this is because of what's been promoted for women. So she actually believes that just because you're a woman, it doesn't mean that you can't you're not suitable for certain positions, because the government has encouraged and promoted female empowerment. And he's saying, like, in parliament, there's like in parliament there's over, like, what, how many percent, like 60 61%, yeah, 61.3, I think, when I looked at the figures, like over 61% of women, I mean, of those in parliament are women. you know like, which African country has that? Is Rwanda. Is exactly. So guys, I felt this was very, very important. Obviously Rwanda is there's so much, as I said, that still needs to be done, but this, I want you to guys to know that they're, we're seeing the realities on the ground. People's lives are being impacted. Rwanda was declared, like it was declared back then after genocide as well, as a failed state. You know, infrastructure was to the ground.
Yeah.
Socially, politically, it was a shambles. It was in ruin. Um, Education. How could you access education if there was no infrastructure? How could you access healthcare if there was no infrastructure?
No.
So there has been a real fifth, can't even speak. There's been a 360 turnaround with regards to Rwanda and just how, you know, what they've been able to achieve over these years.
Even if you go through the history of Rwanda, where it was.
Yes.
If you have the brain to analyze, if you have a brain to analyze, you can see the change. You know, everything needed a change, but the changes of Rwanda, depending on the years that President Paul Kagame has this country, it's really big.
Yes. The turnaround.
Nobody is perfect, but he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Oh, you think? She's saying nobody is perfect, but for her as a Rwandan citizen, she believes that he's perfect, you know?
Yeah,
but no, nobody's perfect. I think a lot of people will sit and say, you know, it's a big job to be a president. Imagine being a president. You know what I mean? It's a big job.
Yes, like being a president of the country, which is on the north, in Norway.
Yeah, yeah, and you have to take it from there, a failed state, to somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. How can you say that he's not perfect? He is.
So yeah, but yeah, I just want to say, like, for me, I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I can see that being here on the ground in Rwanda, and you know, it's to be appreciated, and you know, I definitely can see that from everything I'm seeing now. I can only but know that Rwanda is going to go from heights to heights. You know, definitely. Oh, you have a point. Yes, go on. Yeah.
Many countries across the world, you can fear to visit some countries because of peace.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Go on. Yeah. That is a major reason also why I'm here. Yes. Yeah, tell them.
Already, you know. You can fear to visit some countries because you know when you visit, you're in trouble. You invest your money for the ticket, and then you're gonna be in trouble. You don't know even even if you will come back to your country.
Yeah, because so you're talking about peace in Rwanda, peace, security. Yeah.
But you know, people visit our country.
Yes, she's saying, "Come, guys, visit Rwanda." Yeah, that's so true. You know,
there is a peace. Everywhere you can sleep. Even at the road, if you are allowed to sleep at the road, you can, because nobody can disturb you. Cause
she's saying, guys, you can even sleep in the road. Nobody's gonna disturb you. That's how peaceful Rwanda is. And I think that's one of the things that attracted me to Rwanda is, you know, coming here and the security and feeling safe, being able to walk at night, and you know, just feeling that even that sense of security. Like I was even speaking to you about it today. Like some countries you go to, you know, like you have to close up by a certain time. You know, you have to grill up. But yes, here even in Rwanda, they do have petty crimes, but you don't have to fear so much that someone is going to come and, you know, and even being on the street, you know, the level of safety makes it a nice place to be able to live. For me personally, you know, not being a Rwandan and having lived in the UK for so many years, and now I'm here in Rwanda with my husband and kids. So guys, if you have any points, do you have any other points you want to make? If you guys have any questions about anything that we've spoken about, please do go ahead and send them out in the comment section. We're not saying that Rwanda is, obviously, yes, she believes that she's a Rwandan citizen. She believes Rwanda is perfect. But for me, I'm like, no country is perfect. Rwanda, I can see that they're trying to do their best. Yeah, they're really trying to do their best. And there is always room for improvements in any country, you know, even within a person, you know, that there can always be room for improvement. And I think people sitting out there should also think, even Rwandan diasporans, You know, one of the things I need to say about, you can see within the history of Rwanda and also in the history of Africa, hate and division has never proved to be beneficial to anybody. Has not proven to be. It's caused destruction, devastation, and we know that a large attribute of this has been as a result of the colonial powers in Africa dividing the people, turning us against each other. So for me, you get some few comments, and if you send some comments, I would just block you, because if you're here to incite hate and everything and division, you're not welcome on this channel, because I'm not here to promote those things. I'm here for positivity and to make a contribution to the motherland. That's what I'm about. Hate has never done anything for Africa. In fact, it has um, it has broken the continent. And now we're at the stage where we're recognizing, a lot of people are learning about the history and how it's impacted Africa. And that's why you have the diaspora movement. People are saying, right, I now accept that I am a descendant, an African descent, and I want to make a contribution for the improvement and the progress of Mother Africa, right? So that's why I'm not going to tolerate anybody out there who's just negative or want to promote hate. It's not going to happen on this channel, and be you definitely be removed, you definitely be blocked, because hate and division has never done anything for Africa. And that has always been the mission of the colonial powers, is to keep Africa in complete ruins, for us not to be educated, for us not to be well, for us to always be beggars. So gone are those days. And if you want to see negativity on Africa, there's so many other news channels or big social media, just it's, these news channels always promote Africa in a negative light. So if that's you and what you're about, then you go to those media forms and stay away from my channel, because here we're promoting unity and progress, right? Yeah. So you're in the wrong space if you're not about that. You're in the wrong space, and you just need to move on by, so we can continue to make progress here on the motherland, here in Rwanda, right? Yeah. That's what we're all about. Progress, unity and progress. So if that's not what you're about, kindly step aside, because you're not welcome. I just thought I'd just make that clear, make that very, very clear, because it's true. Division has never done anything positive for Africa and its people. Look at the history. Look at the history. So we're not about to go there. We're not about to go there. We're far more educated. We're far more intelligent than that. Come on. People need to come correct. Right? Sorry, you have a point. Sorry, I just don't want to rant, but no, seriously, oh, okay. Go on. You had a point to make.
There's even some banks in Rwanda, getting a job in this place is not easy.
Yes, challenging.
Yeah, but there's some banks. You as a student who finished your course, what you are required for that bank, it's just making a business plan.
Yes.
When you finish a business plan, you present to them. Mm-hmm. When they see that it's going to be
a good business, yes,
they give you the
loan
to start.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good thing to mention. So there are banks here in Rwanda that supports young entrepreneurs in business. Yeah. So all you have to do is they have to present a business plan, a workable business plan, a business plan that will show that it can make profits, it can grow, and the bank can actually support Rwandan citizens to be able to start a business and progress in that business. Yeah. There are things happening here, and I'm so happy that I invited you on, because you're able to, you've lived in Rwanda all your life, so you know what's been happening. You know the progress of the country. You know what they need to improve on. You've seen that Rwanda has come a long way, right? So I'm so happy that I got the chance to pull you on the channel, and you'll be able to share with our audience exactly some things that they don't know about Rwanda. And so I'm sure there's so many other things that we haven't mentioned. We've just mentioned a couple of points for people to just be aware that Rwanda is not just beautiful buildings and like the roads you see in Kigali. People's lives are being impacted in a positive sense, in a positive way. So I want to be a part of that. Definitely, that's why I'm here. I want to be a part of the progress and the development of Rwanda. My beautiful sister here. Someone is saying that we look like sisters. I knew someone would say that. Delroy is saying that. But Eileen, she's not my sister. She's my personal assistant, and I'm supporting her in education. She finished her high school with good grades. One of the limiting factors, I guess, was like finances and so forth. But you've been able to put together part of the money. So you having a job with us helps you to save towards your university fees. And again, on this channel, I'll just continue saying that those of you guys who can support Eileen in education, she wants to be able to go to university and gain an undergrad degree in travel and tourism management. So please, guys, every time I'm live, you are supporting my projects, you believe what I'm doing, you can super chat. There's a PayPal link. It's probably better actually to support with via PayPal, because YouTube takes a high percentage. But anyway, if you do want to support, there's so many questions. You can go and then let him in and then come back. There's a security, guys. But Eileen's gonna let him in and come back. And if you have any questions for her as well. So let's have a look at your questions. So guys, as I was saying, with Eileen, we're supporting her in education. So if you do want to support her, all you have to do is send me a message via email, or if you're supporting via PayPal, make sure you reference Eileen. We are supporting her to be able to go to university, and achieve an undergraduate degree. So that is the aim. I've got her under my wing. She's a very nice girl, and the only way is up, guys. So that's me making part of my contribution being here in Rwanda, right? So I'm having questions from you guys. We've got some questions. Eileen's coming back. We're rounding up shortly, guys. We're rounding up in the next, I'd say 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, do send them out to us. Again, you can super chat to support the channel. Make sure you have liked this live stream. Very important that you've liked the live stream. Kemi's asking a question. Rwanda is a great example to us here in Kenya too. Thank you, Lady Visionary, for your great work you do. Thank you so much. I'm really pushing forward and showcasing Africa, but specifically I'm in Rwanda, and if I was in Ghana, I'll be highlighting the positive aspects of Ghana. So yeah. Kemi's also saying, where does Rwanda get money for development projects? It's foreign loans or domestic? Kenya, we are worried about national debt. Okay, so from what I know, there's a Rwanda, as it is right now, is attracting a lot of businesses from outside. They're attracting a lot of businesses. Obviously, they do get some sort of loans. Part of it, they're encouraging business here in Rwanda. So and they're investing in young people. So and also there is like a national fund where even Rwandans can support through this national fund, and this national fund goes towards helping with the development of the country. And even they encourage diasporas to also make a contribution. Okay. And tourism, so also taxation. Taxation, that's a good one. Taxation here in Rwanda, if you're working, you have to pay some taxes. So there's really policies in place, reducing the level of corruption, making sure that everybody pay their way. and makes a contribution to the development of Africa. So there's so many ways that Rwanda is having their income, also attracting tourism as well. Like tourism brings money into Rwanda as well. So there's different sectors that they're looking at to also drive income and development here in Rwanda, and different investments that they've made as well.
Forget about
Scholarship. Oh, scholarships that the government provides with regard to education.
Yeah. No, we said that the scholarship, like children from Rwanda get a scholarship before
it wasn't available. Like so the scholarship that they don't have to pay back. Is that with regards to education?
No, the like you get a good marks, you apply for the scholarship from abroad.
Yeah, to go abroad if you want to go abroad. Yeah. So that scholarship is just you don't have to pay it back. No. Yeah, see? So if you prove yourself to be, intelligent and brilliant, you get a scholarship from the government to be able to further your education. So Eileen wanted to bring that point in. So thank you so much. Africa saying, is it Muraho? Muraho. Muraho ne. Muraho. I think the name is Muraho, but Natasha Mohammed is in the building. Hello, a great message to have. Thank you so much. Rwanda, don't joke with that. Kemi is saying, very true about corruption. It's a system that only government can get rid of. Citizens just become corrupt because it's how a country works. Kudos, Rwanda. Hi to our beautiful Rwanda sister. Hello. Yeah, she's our guest in the building. There's a challenge everywhere. So many homeless here in New Jersey. Yes, there are challenges everywhere. Some of the challenges that Rwanda has, they pretend as if the West and the Americas don't have those challenges, if not worse. If not worse. Let me tell you, listen, it's very rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but in America, maybe you can find some a high percentage of the people with illegal firearms. It rarely happens here. Rarely. It doesn't happen. When have you heard of someone been found with a gun illegally? It rarely happens. Yeah. People can as a Black person, you can be walking down the street and a person just sees you jogging in the neighborhood and shoot you dead like an animal. Rwanda, can you see that happening here? Have you ever seen that happening here? But that in America, you've heard about that. This guy was running, the Black guy was running, and these guys just came down and with the gun and just shot him dead. That you never see that happen in here in Rwanda. I've never seen that. I've been coming to Rwanda since you will never see that. Someone just comes and just what? Anyway, Natasha said, oh, that's good. You get a cow and pay it forward. Nice and smart. Yeah, you pay it forward. Yes, Rwanda's building communities. There's still a lot of work to be done, but they're doing it. And we're seeing it with our physical eyes. And I'm going to bring you guys more of that type of content of what's happening in terms of development and how that's having an impact on the people here. So you guys will see that. Yeah, all Rwandese have at least one cow. Yeah, but the poorest of those populations who don't have a cow, the government gives them a cow. It's absolutely free. They don't have to do anything. The only thing that they have to do is pay it forward. When that cow gives birth, they have to give it to the neighbor.
Yes, and because that cow, that when you get a birth, you give to your neighbor. That's when it's going to be yours.
Yes.
That's why you have to feed it.
Yes. So the cow is yours properly when you when it gives birth and you've given that cow to the neighbor.
Yes.
Yeah. So Rwanda is really doing big things, guys. And if you don't know, you don't know. You hear all these negative maybe stuff, but look there are really good things that are happening here on the ground. Right? Delroy, Ellis, I think he's the one that said also he will support you on a monthly basis with regards to your education and going to university. So Delroy, you need to reach out to us. My email is in the description bar, or you can go back to that video I initially did with Eileen, and all her contact details are in the video description, right? So thank you so much, Delroy. Thank you so much. Africa is saying, what's her name? Her name is Eileen, A-L-I-N-E. Eileen, yeah. She's a Rwandan. King is saying, are there lions in Rwanda? Yes. If you go to Akagera Park, Akagera National Park, you're going to see lions, big ones. Come and visit Rwanda, right? Come and see Rwanda. Visit Rwanda, and then you're going to see, and specifically go to Akagera National Park if you want to see wildlife.
In Eastern Province.
Yeah, that's in the Eastern Province of Rwanda. So Africa saying she's beautiful. Yes, she is. But the bride price is high, very high. Anyway, Tony is saying, in regards to cow matter, are there dairy farms in Rwanda? There are many dairy farms. Like here in Rwanda, milk is a big thing. Yeah, milk is Rwandans love milk. I think if they can have milk for breakfast, lunch, dinner, they will have it. Yeah, and there's this like this milkshake called ikivugutu that they make, and when it's made well, it's so tasty. It's like a yogurt, but this is like the best yogurt if you've tasted, if it's done well. If it's done well, yeah, it's like mwah. Yeah, that's very, very true. Okay. Right, guys, I'm reading through your comments. Bear with me. Okay, can you ask how the program is called? Okay.
That's why it's for the cow.
That's for the cow. It's Gihinga. Say loudly so people can hear you.
It's called Girinka Munyarwanda.
Yes.
In English, it can be like every Rwandan has to have
a cow. Yeah, every Rwandan has to have a cow.
Yeah.
I think that's the program you're talking about. I would like to refer a mother who would like to sell fruits at the market. I don't know what in reference to. Yeah. Okay, but make yourself clearer with regards to that. Sorry. If you, Africa saying, if you don't know now, you know. Exactly. You know, this channel is about being informative, and I'm here on the ground, so I'm able to share information.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want, for you guys to be informed, because especially if you're out there in the West, in the Americas, like things that you may hear about Rwanda or you may not know about Rwanda. So on this channel, you will be very much informed in terms of the good things that, you know, are happening here and how the governance is impacting and improving the lives of Rwandan citizens. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done, and I think that's been recognized as well. That's why there are projections over the coming years, and there are plans for the country over the coming years to further improve infrastructure and the lives of Rwandans living here in Rwanda.
Yes.
And also making it inviting for those people who want to come and see Rwanda, because it is a beautiful country. Yes. And yeah, the people are lovely as well. They really are. They really embrace us from the diaspora coming in. So that's really, really nice to know. Like, Rwandans really accept us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Iggy, Iggy, Iki, it is Iki.
Yes.
Iki Vugutu.
Yes.
Yeah.
IKI.
Yeah.
VUGUTI.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So, guys, I will just let you guys ask any further questions if you have any further questions, but we will now be rounding up. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys who have taken the time out to just join the conversation. Please make sure that you smash on the like button. You know, if you have any questions for myself or both of us or Eileen specifically, then please do send them out in the comment section. Ah, okay. So it's talking about the program to show a business plan at a bank. Oh, right. I see. Understand. So I don't know if you know of the bank specifically, or where, like, send me an email and I can find out here on the ground the specific banks that offer that program to young. I think is it young people specifically? Yeah.
Some banks call them Masozera banking,
Mm-hmm.
even PDF banking.
PDF banking does it? PDF banking.
There are many, but the one I know is that.
Yeah.
Only two.
Yeah. PDF banking, and what's the other one?
Masozera banking.
Yeah. So those are the two who offer that programs to people who want to do business. Okay. And get a loan. So that's the two businesses here in Rwanda. And yeah, if it's not clear, just send me an email and I can also find out here on the ground for you. Okay. I can find out here on the ground for you guys. So yeah, guys, do you have any questions for myself? Do you have any questions for Eileen? Let us know in the comment section. Make sure that you smash on the like button. If you're new and you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure that you smash the subscribe button. So many of you guys are new to my channel. I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate all the new subscribers coming in. And also, obviously, those of you guys who've been around for a while, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you. For those of you guys who do not know, I do offer consultations for anybody who is interested in relocating and investing, doing business in Rwanda. You can send me an email. The email I'm going to put up on the screen right now. It's projecthealtha@gmail.com. Again, that's projecthealtha@gmail.com. And also, I've got the details down below in the description bar, so you can send me an email. I'm also over on Patreon. For those of you guys who do not know, I'm over on Patreon. If you would like to support on my projects over on Patreon, it is www.patreon.com/ladyvisionary. I have my projects that I'm doing in Rwanda, so you just have to go there and look at the project which you would like to support, and then you click on it and then you start the supporting process. Thank you for my ongoing Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate you. Your support does helping me to do what I'm able to do here. You guys know I'm working on the diaspora building project, so you can that project is also on Patreon, so you can go over there and support as well. I'm also on Instagram, guys. My Instagram is lady_visionary. That's lady_visionary. So go over and check out my Instagram. I also have my business Instagram, which is Twin Lakes Recreational Island. And I just launched the website 2 days ago in celebration of the 5K plus subscribers. The website is www.twinlakesisland.com. www.twinlakesisland.com. So for those of you guys who are coming to Rwanda and you want to have a beautiful experience, check out the website. You can make all your bookings there as well. And then you will definitely get to meet Eileen because she's working with me in a lot of my projects. So yeah, if you're visiting Rwanda, you want to visit the northern province, and you want to have a great time at Lake Borera, then all you have to do, let me see if I can send out the website, guys. It's www. Let's see, www. Yeah, there it is. twinlakesisland.com. So there you have it. That is the company website, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And as I said, all bookings can be made through the website. Come and have a great time with us. The Twin Lakes are beautiful. Also, we're offering like a luxurious tent setting where you can immerse yourself with nature, and it's very, very affordable. So yeah, so it's luxury camping. Yeah, it's luxury camping out in the open. You're going to see the panoramic views of the lakes. You can also go and visit the farm as well. You know, you have an opportunity to go boat cruising and visit the various islands around the lakes, go swimming, fishing, learn how to make banana beer, learn about Rwandan traditional culture, traditional dancing, how to dance like a Rwandan, all of that. So at Twin Lakes Recreational Island.
Yeah. We have many, we have a lot of things for them.
Yeah, so many things for them.
So what will be request from you is just
yes, all that is required is for you to come. Yeah, just for you to come. It's going to be an amazing time, guys. Thank you guys so much. Also want to thank Eileen for joining us and joining the conversation. It's been really nice to have you on the channel, and I'm sure they'll see your face again. Again, if anybody wants to support Eileen in education, you can go back to that video on my channel. You can go back to that video on my channel. All the details is in the description bar, how you can contact Eileen directly and support her with regards to studying an undergraduate program, which is a 3-year program. She's really determined, really positive. Her story is inspirational, and if we can support, why not? If we can support, then why not? Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate your ongoing support and love. Until next time, bye guys.
You answered this comment.
Okay, she's saying, okay, how's the healthcare working there? So we spoke about that, didn't we? Spoke about the national health insurance, which over 92% of Rwandans are signed up to, so they can access healthcare. And I think in Africa, healthcare is an ongoing challenge, but Rwanda is showing that they're moving in the right direction, building infrastructure, training up their staff, and in trying to improve the overall healthcare. In Kigali, you have more options in terms of healthcare, but obviously here in the northern province, we're limited. But there are definitely plans to develop healthcare systems here in the northern province. So, as I said, Rwanda is making rapid transformation. I'm seeing that here on the ground, and I want to be a part of it. So definitely, with time, we will definitely see further improvements with regards to healthcare. And Rwanda has been one of those countries who's made significant progress in terms of maternal health. They've been able to improve that by over 77%, as well as the death of children under 5 years. They've been able to improve that by 70%. And they're achieving a lot of things that other countries with more resources have not been able to achieve. So I'm very proud of Rwanda, and I hope that they will continue to make good progress for future generations to come. Until next time, guys, take care. Yes, Tony is saying, yes, you are welcome. You're very welcome. How do you say in Kinyarwanda? You are welcome. You're welcome. Marakaza neza.
Yeah.
I was thinking when I said, how do you say it in Kinyarwanda? I was thinking in Swahili, karibu. So yeah, in Kinyarwanda, it's what? Murakaza neza. Yes, you are welcome. Murakaza neza. I need to write that down. I will write that down because I'm also, Eileen is helping with me with my Kinyarwanda. She's a very good teacher, very good. I'm so impressed with what she's doing with me.
So when you come to visit Rwanda,
yes,
to our leg,
yeah,
I will be there to teach anything that you want to know in Kinyarwanda. I'll be there.
Yeah,
that will be an extra key.
Exactly. So an extra service she's providing for those of you guys who want to learn Kinyarwanda. She's going to be there. When you come to Twin Lakes Recreational Island, you'll meet Eileen, and she'll also help you with your Kinyarwanda. So Murakaza neza. Yes. Yes, you are welcome. For those of you guys who don't understand what that means. Yeah. Eileen, Yuri. Oh, I know this one. Yuri Mwiza Chane. You are very beautiful. Orakoze Chane. You're meant to say Orakoze. Anyway, guys, yeah, we've got to go now. It's been a great conversation. Thank you guys so much again for joining, and do consider supporting everything that I'm doing here in Rwanda. Yeah, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.